Street lights flicker like stars on the ground. Echoes of ambition in the subway sound.
Handy. Nope, not what I want to do.
That's all I need. Hustling the rhythm, planting the seed from the Bronx to Queens.
Fan down just a little bit. Alright. Get on the right bike. Hey. Oh, today's gonna be fun. We're gonna be in New York all day, every day, throwing it down. Do that story 8 line. Alright, so hopefully the sound comes out good today. Playing with it yesterday during lunch. Found settings that seem to work for everything. So what you'll hear is the volume level will automatically adjust as I'm talking for the music. And then once I stop talking, it'll come back up on its own. So that way you guys can enjoy what I'm listening to as well. Then my Bluetooth headphones connected to my laptop so I can jam out with you guys. Every corner's got a soul for sale. Concrete jungle blues, that's the game. City never sleeps, but it knows your name. Keep your head up. Get warmed up. Hitting the Astoria 8 line. Now, because today is on all the brand new New York courses. Oh, why did it start me off right on a hill, man? Don't want to start off climbing right away. Did a lot of climbing yesterday for FRR Super 6. We did the Innsbruck ring, which goes up the leg snapper 3 times, and 2 out of the 3 I got sub 50 PRs. The third one I'm pretty certain was a sub 50, but it wasn't a PR, so it didn't show up. I gotta go back through and double check. But going sub 50 on the leg snapper hurt. But did it for the team, as we had to get our... So the way Super 6, one of the things Super 6 added that I really like is they added a wild card feature where you have a segment that can earn your team an extra point. And it's top, essentially FAL, so first over the line. Or first across the line, rather. But it's like the top, for yesterday it was the top 10 across the line. Got an extra point for the team. Now, the pen yesterday was tiny. We had 18 people in our pen. So not a lot of competition there, but we still wanted to make sure our wild card rider got as close to the top as possible in terms of placement. And so me and Dan, I'm now on the deuces, no longer on the crabs, but me and Dan was on the deuces, pushed like 2 madmen, like 2 ravenous animals going after prey. And so it worked out very well. We did good. And so we got Mike over the line. Not gonna spoil it in terms of what placement he got, but we did our job and we did it well. And so you'll see that. Did a rough cut of the video already, and I'm gonna export it just to make sure it exports correctly, because one of the things that I'm looking to do in terms of changes, like more bigger changes, is I'm switching to DaVinci Resolve, just because there's some advanced features in there that it takes a steeper learning curve to be able to do, but it seems to do it better. And so one of the issues I have with CapCut is when I do the green screen cutout, green screen's okay. Like, you do the chroma key, you pick the color, but if your green screen's not lit very well, then you end up losing, it just becomes hard to manage. Now, there's probably advanced ways to do it in CapCut. I just never looked it up. And the way you do it in DaVinci Resolve, which is fairly easy, it's basically like the same level of effort, is it will allow you to basically like scribble on the green screen, and it'll capture as many different individual colors as possible. And it gets really, really, really close to looking good. And so, plus it also gives me the ability to kind of add like different things. So working on learning that. And so while I'm learning that, I'm probably going to be doing more lives, so that way I have less to edit. But I will be basically, while I'm doing other stuff, producing other content, like putting together like the first video series that I'm actually working on is going to be on my recent performance increase, weight loss, and it's kind of a mixed bag, because everything that I've done recently that's seemingly helped me out all collided at the same time, and so I don't know which thing helped me the most. And so that's kind of what I'll be talking through in the different series. I think I have it set for like 5 parts. And so right now I'm aiming to continue that improvement. Not only continue the weight loss, because I've got a week left before I officially test out my dress blues to see if they fit, because that was my goal starting October. I don't remember if I started October 10th or just before October 10th. I think it was just before, but let's say first week of October, when I first kind of thought about it and effectively started it myself, and then I announced it, I think, like a few days later or something. But basically gave myself right around 30 days from first week of October to November 10th, which is Marine Corps' 250th birthday. My goal was to fit into my dress blues as a way of not only honoring my service in the Marines for myself, but also as a way of helping me achieve a goal that I've set for the last 2 years back to back, which is to drop some much needed weight. And so even though I started my Zwift journey just under 100 kilograms, which is around 220 in freedom units, as the Brits say, which I find hilarious. And so I was around 220. And then last year I got down to about 180-ish, got into the 180 range, and basically stayed in that range all year. Tried a few different things, slacked off on a bunch of things, and so I kept kind of like going back and forth, trying to really figure out what works best for racing. I race 3 to 5 days a week, and so I need to be able to not lose momentum in my racing. I probably should join the Robo Pacer so I can get more drops. But yeah, I don't want to lose momentum in my racing, and being on different teams with different formats, I don't want to let my team down because I'm trying to adjust my personal lifestyle. And so that became kind of the core of my mission, was to figure out, how do I get stronger? How do I get faster? How do I improve without diminishing my in-game performance results while slimming down my in real world body? Now, for those of you that know my story, know me, I've talked about this previously, but I've had essentially fatty liver, non-alcoholic fatty liver, since I left the military. And now, one of the things that I've always battled with is military, like coming out of the military, trying to get veterans benefits. They don't really encourage a healthy lifestyle. And so to keep, like, essentially to keep the VA happy, my blood work always had to look bad. And I hated that. It's frustrating because I don't want to, like, I have a life. Like, I have family, I have kids, I have, things that I want to accomplish and do in life. And so I don't want to live unhealthy just to satisfy their requirements or their needs or whatever whatever it is behind the scenes that no one ever actually knows what it is. And so after a while, I was like, all right, I need to get healthy. I need to improve. Eventually picked up cycling. Eventually got back to, apparently I looked into keto decades ago, like 15 years ago, something like that. And then circled back to it when I started cycling more often, and kind of stayed in that realm. Whoa, what's up, Riz? And I just kept going, kept cycling, kept doing things, but the weight always fluctuated. This time of year is actually the hardest time of year for me when it comes to eating. And it's because, so like this weekend, essentially will be my last consistent 10U races, because essentially next weekend, his wife's birthday, weekend after that, we might be out of town. And so it's like a back and forth. Yo, what's up, JD? Who's doing zone 3? I ain't doing zone 3 yet. I'll be doing zone 5 for the rest of the morning. But so it's like on and off traveling this time of year. My family lives 3 or 4 hours away, depending on which house I go to. And so it's an easy drive for the weekend. Go up, hang out, do things. And so tiny zone 3. If people would stay at zone 3 pace, I think I'd be okay. But the problem is, people go out so hard on the first one, and then regret life choices on the second one. And then the third one, they're suffering. And the fourth one, they go all out again. Like nothing ever happened. And so I'm always battling the pace when it comes to tiny races. But if you and I are in the same pen, then I at least know sprinting is going to be madness. Oh, you're talking about the PM time. Okay, zone 3. I gotcha. Oh, dude, unfortunately, that's too late for me in the day. By that point, my family responsibilities have ramped up. Usually we're out the house, which is why I stick to the 11 a.m. Eastern time. And so I know Thomas has done it. Jizza did it recently. Actually, he did it a couple times recently, where he did all 3 zones on the same day and just get a DQ. I don't know, man. Listen, the idea of DQ and quitting really gets under my skin. Like there's an unhealthy mental issue there. Once I start something, I do my best not to quit it, which is part of the reason why I'm racing on different teams and doing different things. And, my calendar is effectively full all week long with races, because I don't want to just back down and leave it be. So yeah, but it's fun. It's fun. It's helped me a lot with not only maintaining my discipline and getting improvements in my health, but it's helping me get to know other people, you guys. Yeah, it's like, it depends on, I think it really just depends on what the person's after. Like some people, I don't understand the mentality of, let me just jump into one race, go hard for 5 minutes, and then stop and not do the rest. Like, I guess there's a competitive edge in me where I'm like, no, I need to see how well I do. Like last week, I got 4th overall, you know, fairly varying terrain. I'm on the couch eating bacon. I wish, man. Now, this is going to surprise, well, probably not surprise anybody if you've been watching my channel long enough, but I actually haven't eaten since yesterday. And so I had like my protein, like my amino acids and stuff for my pre-workout, and then like 2 tablespoons of honey, effectively 3 tablespoons if you want to consider the juice drink that I have, my juice energy drink. And so outside of that, I've not eaten anything else. And it's because I found myself kind of stalled out for the last 2 weeks. And so I know a day or two of, you know, essentially fasting will help me kind of kick things back in order. Because again, I'm like so close to my goal. I'm kind of getting frustrated, but not trying to let it get fully under my skin. But I'm like an inch, well, just about 2 inches away from being able to fit into my dress blues again, where I can actually button it up without squeezing myself in. Because when I left the military, the coat itself is a size 42, which is tiny for those aren't familiar with the sizing of like dress, not just uniforms, but like dress clothing themselves. So it's a size 42, which was already small, but the waist is tapered in significantly. And so the waist is actually like a 34, I think, around the belly button. And so, yeah. And so it's like, to try and squeeze into it, I'm like, oh God. Like, oh, this is gonna hurt. But the one thing I did do that I'm glad I did it was I tested my my trousers, and they actually fit still. They're a size 33 and they actually fit, which I was excited about because that was the thing that I didn't think about it till the last minute. I was like, ooh, I need to test those out, because if those don't fit, the whole plan goes out the window. But luckily my thighs fit in them, my thunder thighs. Where are we at? 6'6". I guess I should join the pen, maybe? Yeah. Whatever. Let's join the pen. Get in there. Let me also do this real quick to satisfy the AI craze of Sora.
Quick sip, good. Hydrate, but keep turning those cranks. Fuel coming in. Bite, chew, swallow. Perfect.
But the streets don't sleep. New York's a promise you fight to keep.
Actually, let me like have to do this for you. Have seconds here. Get that open.
Everybody, beds are open. Will I grab another podium spot this
One-man
weekend?
production
or am I
show.
gonna end up here, right at this counter, tossing a salad while everyone else celebrates? You tell me. Place your chips, call your shots, and we'll see who cashes in when the dust settles.
And
Either way,
wheels.
it's gonna be a good time. Let's roll.
Although I will say on the 4.5 Pros, even though this is the course itself, the full route itself is only 34 meters of elevation. So I don't at all expect it to be necessary to have, although that guy in the purple steel frame with the blue Zwift disc bikes, that is fantastic. That's how you how you address your drip, as the kids would say. That's actually, like, I give him props for that. Super, super cool. So I'll change my jersey once in between races once we get to the next race. And so 12 seconds to go. All right, here we go. See how much of the leg snapper I have left in me from yesterday. Thanks, Peter. How's your break away from the Zwift forums going? Did they ever actually tell you why they booted you? Besides talking crap about the New York courses?
Broken hydrants turn summers alive. Basketball courts where the legends survive. Pizza slice of hand dodging subway grime in a city that never gave you the time. City concrete told me to stand where the sidewalks.
Peter's been a naughty boy. Although if you follow him on social media, you'll see he had an awesome costume last night for Halloween.
Corners buzz with beats and tails. Boom boxes roared like subway rails.
I think it's just from the Zwift forum itself. So they're like help desk portal or whatever, however they want to use it, where they do all the announcements and kind of neglect all the other Zwift communities. In. If I can. Yo, what's up, Ray? Not the Royal Army kit, but I do like my in real life USMES kit. Would love to get a Marine Corps kit in game. Like, they really should do that for every branch of service. I mean, they don't have to, because it's time for a developer to add that to the game and make it available to the right people and blah, 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 so it costs money. But I do love the in real world kits. Well, I'm not you shouldn't wear real team kits in real life. I do kind of find it weird. Like yesterday, I was leaving the community and one of my neighbors had on I think it was an Alpecin, the Kunik, just like long sleeve shirt. But I saw it and I was like, wait a second, I know them. Like, where did he get that jersey? Why is he wearing it? Like, all that stuff went through my head like I was the jersey police. And I was like, no. Yo, what's up, MK? For those that want to take their chances and see what my best placement is, betting is open. Now keep in mind, this is a fairly flat series of races. And so, that's funny. The top 10 is most likely the best safest bet. Because podium in this category is not easy. Oh, I've done it before. Maybe today, considering I haven't even averaged close to my FTP yet. I'll start to swell up here in a bit. Hope you're enjoying the music. Made it all this morning with Suno AI, which is, I feel like, gotten so much better. Although today I had a couple glitches that I think they might have revealed their hand a bit, and they actually let loose real songs and lyrics. But I gotta double check. None of those are included in this, but
Yo, woke up, the sirens howling loud. Graffiti skies in the restless crowd. Subway doors screaming, holding tight. It's survival mode every single night. Pigeons dance on wires above. Concrete whispers ain't got no love. Cracks in the pavement tell the tale. Every corner's got a soul for sale.
Concrete jungle blues, that's the game. City never sleeps, but it knows your name. Keep your head up, keep your stride. In the chaos, man, you gotta survive.
Smokestacks rise like a dirty crown. Neon dreams where the lost get found. Hustlers preach from the corner stand. Dollar bills folded in a shaking hand. Shadows move like ghosts in flight. Street lights blink in the dead of night. Echoes bounce from brick to brick. Every heartbeat's got a city kick.
It's a battle every day. Stealing stone in the frame. Keep your rhythm every day.
oh my god. Okay. Wow. Power of the group, man. They had the momentum on their side for sure. My legs hurt from yesterday. The 3 sub 50 ascents up the leg snapper. All right.
Echoes of laughter bounce off brick and stone. Every corner a stage, every street our own. Chain grease and sweat on a frame well worn.
Change my kit. Feels good. Sort of civil. Well, that's what has helped me get better. That's one of the things that's helped me get better, is doing back-to-back races, even if it's within the same day. But I'm learning that if I stay in the like 4.5, 5,000 kilojoules per week, which is essentially like an hour and a half to 2 hours a day, especially if I can do an hour to an hour of that at like zone 3, low zone 4. There's a podcast I was listening to the other day where they were talking about that. Like, I think it was a Time Crunch channel where he was talking about for people who can only do like an hour, hour and a half a day, to stick to zone 3, zone 4 rather than zone 2, because you're going to get better adaptations. And while I have been essentially heat adapted according to core for a while now, for like over a month, there are days where I don't feel like it's done me any good. Now, maybe when it comes to heat adaptation, it needs to be like the benefits are month, 2 months down the road. Like that could be the real thing that nobody's talking about, is your benefits aren't once you hit 100%, but maybe a month or two down the road, when your body's developed the adaptations fully.
Everybody, bets are open. Will I grab another
One more
podium
time.
spot this weekend, or am I going to end up here,
Those just joined.
right at this counter, tossing a salad while everyone else celebrates? You tell me. Place your chips, call your shots.
Want to participate in the action?
When the dust settles. Either way, it's going to be a good
That,
time.
as well as the redeemables, are the best way to participate. But those are your comments. I always do appreciate those. And those do keep me.
All right, Miguel, last minute to launch. Legs steady, smooth power, 58 seconds. Let's light it up. Quick sip. Good. Hydrate. Turning those cranks.
They do keep me
Fuel coming
focused,
in.
I will say that.
Chew, swallow. Perfect.
I threw an extra bit of honey in here because I've only had essentially my I didn't even have my protein shake last night because I got distracted by trick-or-treating, and so I don't want to eat it too late or drink it too late. But essentially all I've had in the last 2 days in terms of energy is ketone salts, and by the time I'm done with this, it'll be 5 tablespoons of honey, 6 essentially, with the juice energy drinks. So feeling good considering. Ooh, Jay Pedersen, race with him. Done. So TFC puts on a ride for the most part every Wednesday. They just do a easy-ish ride, 2 watts per kilogram around there, nothing crazy. We do push sometimes, especially when Deadpool opens up the gate and lets us free. We'll push harder, but it's been fun riding with those guys on Wednesday, chill day. Just kind of still getting a good workout without the madness of being competitive. But because it's a lot of ladder racing guys in there, it's still competitive. And so we do tend to nip each other like little crabs in a bucket, antagonize each other a bit. What I like about the races that Riz puts on is you get everybody from the ladder leagues together, and it's just, man, it's madness, but it's fun. Because we all have the same competitive drive and like kind of high focused attitude of wanting to go hard, wanting to race, have fun, but have fun by staying competitive. All right, 30 seconds to go.
Every block of verse, every street's long, wind in my face, but the struggle's real. Concrete symphony under spinning wheels. I glide through the city's veins, through the chaos, through the pain. Wheels spinning like time on freeze, living life on these busy streets. I glide through the city's veins.
I think this is one of the routes that's named after an in real life person.
Drop my bags on the crack those stoop. City lights buzz like a neon troop. Graffiti walls talk like prophets in paint. Whispers of dreams, both holy and faint. Pigeons scatter like a clockwork show. Subway hums with a baseline flow. I came here green, wide eyes, no plan. Concrete jungle raised me into a man. Yeah, city's got a rhythm, you just gotta listen. Hustle in the air.
Every week. Every week. You only get one, people.
Hustle in the air, it's a whole new mission. Fast talk, fast walk, learn the code, don't sleep. Concrete jungle, where the heartbeat leap. Corner stores with a cat on the bread. Rooftops, echo what the poets once said. Steam rises, manholes spitting they truth. The city's a choir.
I think the final sprint's that third sprint up over the hill. Oof.
Every face I meet's got a story, a beat. I traded my silence for the city.
I gotta run away. Pace is gonna pick up.
Spoke spinning like the wheels of time. Dodging cabs, weaving through the grime. Concrete jungle, I call it my stage. Every block a chapter, every turn a page. I ride like lightning, hear the tire scream. Through the chaos, I chase my dream. Car horns barking, dogs in the park. Every corner's alive, every alley's dark. Pedal harder, feel the burn. Every light's a lesson, every block a turn. City's heartbeat, under my feet. Messenger of rhythm, delivering the beat. Pedal harder, feel the burn. Every light's a lesson, every block a turn. City's heartbeat, under my feet. Yeah, messenger of rhythm, delivering the beat. Pigeons scatter, break, squeal sharp. Cutting corners through the Central Park. Sweat on my brow, city in my lungs. Skyscrapers hum like unsung songs. Dodging jaywalkers, taxi doors wide. Streets a river, and I'm the tide. Rain slick, asphalt can't slow me down. Wheels spinning faster than this bustling town. Pedal harder, feel the burn. Every light's a lesson, every block a turn. City's heartbeat, under my feet. Messenger of rhythm, delivering the beat. Pedal harder, feel the burn. Every light's a lesson, every block a turn. City's heartbeat, under my feet. Yeah, messenger of rhythm, delivering the beat.
I saw an official check mark.
Yeah, concrete jungle, no trees to see. Street lights hum a broken symphony. Subway screams echo under my feet. Graffiti walls tell stories incomplete.
Skyscrapers cut the stars in two. Neon dreams with a hazy view.
in a bag. Dreams get heavy, they start to sag. Chasing paper like it's life or death. Counting coins while holding your breath.
The avenue hums a tune so cold. Every brick here's got a story told.
Big city life where the shadows play, where the nights are long and the sky stay gray. Big city life, it's a beat you chase. You can lose yourself, but you can't escape. Go, 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 go! Yo, yeah, yo, yo, yo. Where were you the day they killed Biggie Smalls in cold blood? Where were you the day they murdered Pac in the tub? Where were you the day they arrested Bobby Shmurda? Where were you when I was rapping balls to escape the gun?
Oh, this is a song I thought might be official lyrics.
I remember we were trapping in the winter. We was in the cold, the blizzard. Now I'm way too cold to miss you. I remember I was trapping in the winter. I was in the cold, the blizzard. Now I'm way too cold to miss you. I remember I was trapping in the winter. I was in the cold, the blizzard. Now I'm way too cold to miss you. I remember I was trapping in the winter. I was in the cold, the blizzard. Now I'm way too cold to miss you. I remember I was trapping in the winter. I was in the cold, the blizzard. Now I'm way too cold to miss you. Yeah, yeah, Subway screeching under my feet. City's heartbeat. Can't skip a beat. Yeah, neon signs buzz. Shadows in the mist. Life moves fast, can't afford to resist. Big city dreams, big city fights. Crossing bridges, chasing lights.
Use it a bit too early. I wanted it on this downhill.
Swallow up a
Traffic horns and their metallic tune. Under the haze of a smoggy moon.
big city dreams, big city fights. Crossing bridges, chasing lights. Trains hum low, streets at night. This is the groove of the concrete night.
Brownstones lean like they're watching the show. Corner stores glow where the dreamers go.
Clock keeps ticking, but the streets don't sleep. New York's a promise you fight to keep.
I grip the bars tight, streets scream and shout. Wind cuts my face like it's calling me out. Dodging yellow cabs, sharp turns, no doubt. Every corner's a gamble. What's the route? Pedal to the metal, I'm flying through the storm. Concrete jungle, give me life, give me warm. Messenger of death, stomps my uniform. Fast to the finish,
Ah, oh my god. Ah, oh my god. Ah, ah. Oh my god. 2 minutes.
Never gave you the time. City concrete.
All right, Miguel, last minute to launch. Legs steady, smooth power, 58 seconds. Let's light it up. Quick sip. Good. Hydrate, but keep turning those curves. Fuel coming in. Bite, chew, swallow. Perfect.
I think I did this one the other day.
Boom boxes roared like subway rails. Hustler schemed under flickering lights while poets painted dreams of Brooklyn nights. Bodega cats slept while we schemed. Hoping my rhymes could rewrite the fight. Yeah. The rhythm of footsteps are never ending beat.
Everybody, bets are open. Will I grab another podium spot this weekend, or am I going to end up here, right at the counter, tossing a salad while everyone else celebrates? You tell me. Place your chips, call your shots, and we'll see who cashes in when the dust settles. Either way, it's going to be a good time. Let's roll.
Ah. I should have watched all of Thomas's video. Tom and Zach, his video this morning. I was editing and doing other things. I'm like, I'll watch it before I ride. And then I didn't.
The city never sleeps, but it sure can't weep. Subway screaming, doors slam shut. The hustle don't pause, gotta keep that strut. Rooftops whisper secrets to the moon. Fire escapes hum their rusty tone. Dreams get tangled in the power lines. You gotta fight for yours in the New York grind. New York grit in my veins, I thrive. Concrete beats keep my soul alive. City don't care if you sink or climb. Gotta own the streets, it's a state of mind. Corner stores glow, neon halos bright. Dodging schemes under flickering light. Rats and riches in a dance so tight. If you blink too long, you might lose the fight. Like sidewalk symphonies of feet and wheels. Echo the stories, the pavement feels. Graffiti screams on the subway cars. Cities of canvas, scars and stars. Hear the echoes of the block. Clock ticks, but the grind won't stop. Voices rise like steam from a pot. The city's a test, you give all.
Yeah, that's not including the 2 kilometers of the lead-in. I don't think. Or maybe it is. Oh, I guess it is. So that second sprint, most likely. Which is why the draft. The sauce doesn't have the map, so I rely on the mini map. Those of you in chat who've already watched someone else race.
Like stars on the ground, echoes of ambition in the subway sound. Graffiti on the wall, spelling hopes and pain, chasing dreams through the thunder and the rain.
Concrete dreams, skyscraper high, touch the clouds, don't ask why. Concrete dreams, they never sleep. Big apple promises cut so deep. Concrete dreams, they never sleep. Big apple promises cut so deep.
$1 in a dream, that's all I need. Hustling the rhythm, planting the seed from the the Bronx to Queens, Brooklyn nights, every block's a stage under neon lights.
Brick by brick we rise, we climb. New York's heartbeat keeps the time. Concrete dreams, skyscraper high.
Touch the cloud.
He is to stay with them after that. There's like a flat spot after the sprint.
The city hums like a restless soul. Every avenue whispers of gold. Whispers of gold. Stealing glass where legends are made. The dreams in the shadows. They never fade.
Good idea to use a draft off the front.
Yo, woke up the sirens howling loud. Graffiti skies in the restless crowd. Subway doors screaming, holding tight. It's survival mode every single night. Pigeons dance on wires above. Concrete whispers ain't got no love. Cracks in the pavement tell the tale. Every corner's got a soul for sale.
Concrete jungle blues, that's the game. City never sleeps, but it knows your name. Keep your head up, keep your stride. In the chaos, man, you gotta survive.
Smokestacks rise like a dirty crown. Neon dreams where the lost get found. Hustle is
No, it's not that second sprint. It's the third one over that stupid climb again.
street lights blink in the dead of night. Echoes bounce from brick to brick. Every heartbeat's got a city kick.
It's a battle every day. Stealing stone in the fray. Keep your rhythm, don't decay.
Yeah, until I hit that climb. I'm trying to be smarter. Get a little more draft. Not as hard as the leg snapper, but feels like it's just as long.
Keeping time on the ride through the maze of the city where the stories collide. Graffiti whispers on walls where dreams once died. Over bridges, over
Should switch to the 65.
handlebars, steady hearts in the dark. This is how we move, how we leave our mark. The beat of the block matches the kick in my chest. Pedals pumping, thoughts jumping, can't take a rest. Swerve past a bodega, neon lights confess. City's alive with a rhythm that never says yes. Wheels roll like a breakbeat loop. Skies low, the clouds hang in a stoop. Over bridges, over tracks, chasing the spark. From the Bronx to Brooklyn, from park to park. Handlebars, steady hearts in the dark. This is how we move, how we leave our mark. Echoes of laughter bounce off brick and stone. Every corner a stage, every street our own. Chain grease and sweat on a frame well worn. The spikes my escape, my New York throne. Rack, stack, 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 stack. Brookly low with a sound. Rack, shots in the sport. Ball, 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 ball.
Street lights flicker, shadows creep slow. Subway rumble underneath, life on the go. Hustle's the anthem, corner stores hum. Echoes of sneakers on pavement.
Oh my god, legs are killing me. Oh my god. Yes, I didn't do this course before. Especially at the pace that we're going. All right. In anticipation of possibly doing that climb again, no, actually, let's see. Nah, I'll keep my Mavics. I love the yellow of the Mavic. All right, last one. 6 minutes. Oh man.
Everybody, bets are open. Will I grab another
Last
podium
chance,
spot this
people, last
weekend,
chance.
or am I going to end up here, right at this counter, tossing a salad while everyone else celebrates? You tell me. Place your chips, call your shots, and we'll see who cashes in when the dust settles. Either way, it's
goal
gonna
is
be a
top
good
10.
time. Let's roll.
Best is 11th. And so, those of you who want to place bets still, I will go closest to actual retail finding. So, my actual best, whether it's over or under, closest winning bet will get it. Oh my god. Man, oh man. So, Thomas Sorensen, for those of you guys who know him, raced this morning, and on Facebook he posted that his race, they on the second round, I think, they're either second or third race, there were people that got like 2 minutes ahead of them, and they're like, "How is this possible? We just started." And so he was saying that it looks like, and even the guys who won and got ahead were like, "Hey, this is weird. Like, why are we so far ahead?" It seems like they were rerouted mid-race and ended up going essentially left instead of right, or right instead of left. So they got to the finish line well ahead of everybody. And so it would have been nice to have a glitch like that here, but man, oh man.
Yellow cab screaming past my lane, dodging life like a subway train. Steam rising from the manhole's breath. Concrete jungle where you flirt with death. Graffiti whispers on the brick walls.
Oh man. I'm sure my ZRS is taking a little bit of a beating. Not that much. I think last week, even though I got 4th overall, my ZRS was still only went up like 10 points. Kind of why I don't pay attention to it much. What happened to Jizza as well? That's interesting that it happens. Because if you look at, so if you go into the Zwift logs, in your, on Windows at least, in your desktop folder, or sorry, documents folder, Zwift, and then inside there should be a logs. The log.txt text or whatever it is, file, it shows you that Zwift, the way Zwift works inside of routes and inside of races is it does like automatic routing. And so it usually when you free ride, you get the little pop-up box. And if you have the Zwift click, you got to click A to choose what direction you want to go. But rather than Zwift making it like a static route, what they do is from what I could surmise, because it's not, like I don't know how they do it, but basically like they take the GPS coordinates of the route and then tell Zwift, hey, at this point, turn left. At this point, turn right. Rather than the route being its own like application inside of Zwift. That's where some of these glitches come from, where you get random people that do U-turns or go on the grass or side to side. Like, ooh, H-Wound is in here. Good see him in here. And so that's where you see stuff like that happen. Just because Zwift is just like, hey, turn left, turn right. And if it makes a mistake, because programming is programming, then you end up with weird issues like that. Or if AWS decides to crash the world again. Or back in our days with Y2K, everybody thought Microsoft time clocks were going to destroy the world because the year 2000 was never programmed into Microsoft. So computers looked at the year 2000 as year essentially 0000 or 1900, something like that. And so everybody panicked, but it didn't happen. We're still here. We're still alive. No aliens, no Mayan death calendar, no none of that. Oumuamua was indeed just a passing asteroid. And 3i Atlas is likely not a spaceship. As much as I would love for it to be. Space is too big. Way too big. For aliens to come visit without breaking what we know as physics. Because they would have to travel at speeds that we couldn't comprehend. And speeds that would require our physical beings to be so much more robust to travel at those speeds. All right, let me stop. Whew, 10 seconds left. Final race on the Toefield Tornado. Whew. And here we go. Nope, way too high. Start off way too high with my gear choice.
Streets a river and I'm the tide. Rain slick, asphalt can't slow me down. Wheels spinning faster than this bustling town. Pedal harder, feel the burn. Every light's a lesson, every block a turn. City's heartbeat under my feet. Messenger of rhythm, delivering the beat. Pedal harder, feel the burn. Every light's a lesson, every block a turn. City's heartbeat under my feet. Messenger of rhythm, delivering the beat.
Front group's not messing about.
Yeah. Yeah. Big city life where the shadows play, where the nights are long and the sky stay gray. Big city life, big city life, big city life. Yeah. Concrete jungle, no trees to see.
So he wasted his draft.
Graffiti walls tell stories incomplete.
Skyscrapers cut the stars in two. Neon dreams with a hazy view.
Big city life where the shadows play, where the nights are long and the sky stay gray. Big city life, it's a bee you chase. You can lose yourself, but you can't escape. Corner store selling hope in a bag. Dreams get heavy, they start to sag. Chasing paper like it's life or death. Counting coins while holding your breath.
Yeah, it's probably the longest route I think I've ever seen. Thanks, man. Tried to make a New York City based hip hop, 90s, 80s and 90s hip hop. Get in that New York vibe. I grew up listening to everything. With Suno AI, you can create just about anything, except for Miami booty music. Such a hard format to replicate. So I guess it's a good thing. So this song here, I think, is actually real lyrics. The fact that it references Biggie Smalls and Tupac and what happened, it's like, that doesn't sound like random AI. That sounds like someone's actual lyrics. And so I need to look them up later. See if it is.
I was trapping in the winter, I was in the cold blizzard, now I'm way too cold to miss you, I remember. I was trapping in the winter, I was in the cold blizzard, now I'm way too cold to miss you.
Tell you what, man, the hardest part about yesterday was Halloween. And my wife ordered pizza from our favorite place. Jesus, man. Thin slice, butter garlic toast. Nice, like, gooey cheese. So good. And yes, even if I do lose subscribers over this, I am a pineapple on pizza kind of guy. There's a flavor for everybody. Although if you're ever in New York, there is absolutely no better pizza than artichoke. Hands down. Absolute best pie in the city. I love me a good Two Brothers. $1.50 slice. But the artichoke pizza, Jesus, man. It is something else. Absolutely something else. See, for me, it's a sweet, savory flavor to it. We get pineapple, bacon, ham, pepperoni, meatball, or sausage. It's that sweet, savory. Should have gone with the NBs. It looks like we're ending on a tabletop. Oh yeah.
Graffiti walls told stories of spray of kings and queens who ruled the decay. Broken hydrants turn summers alive. Basketball courts where the legends survive. Pizza slice and hand dodging subway grime in a city that never gave you the time. City concrete told me to stand where the sidewalks crack. I made my plan. Skyscrapers whisper, you're just a grain, but I rise. In this urban terrain, in this urban terrain. Yeah. Corners buzz with beats and tails. Boom boxes roared like subway rails. Hustlers schemed under flickering lights while poets painted dreams on Brooklyn nights. Bodega cats slept while we schemed. Brownstone steps held 1,000 dreams. A kid with a notebook, headphones tight, hoping my rhymes could rewrite the fight. Yeah. The rhythm of footsteps, a never-ending beat. Cabs honk, melodies, chaos on repeat. Every crack in the pavement, every neon glow tells a story of a kid who refuses to plateau.
Ah. Now those are legit. Pretty certain those are real roads in New York. Going through Central Park. Or maybe Brooklyn. I don't know where we're at.
Of ambition in the subway sound. Graffiti on the wall spelling hopes and pain. Chasing dreams through the thunder and the rain.
Concrete dreams, skyscraper high, touch the clouds, don't ask why. Concrete dreams, they never sleep. Big apple promises cut so deep. Concrete dreams, they never sleep. Big apple promises cut so deep.
$1 in a dream, that's all I need. Hustling the rhythm, planting the seed from the Bronx to Queens. Brooklyn nights, every block's a stage under neon lights.
Brick by brick we rise, we climb. New York's heartbeat keeps the time. Concrete dreams, skyscraper high,
Touch the clouds.
don't ask why. Concrete dreams, they never sleep. Big apple promises cut so deep. Concrete dreams, cut so deep, cut so deep.
Yo, woke up, the sirens howling loud. Graffiti skies and the restless crowd. Subway doors screaming, holding tight. It's survival mode every single night. Pigeons dance on wires above. Concrete whispers ain't got no love. Cracks in the pavement tell the tale. Every corner's got a soul for sale.
Concrete jungle blues, that's the game. City never sleeps, but it knows your name. Keep your head up, keep your stride. In the chaos, man, you gotta survive.
Smokestacks rise like a dirty crown. Neon dreams where the lost get found. Hustlers preach from the corner stand. Dollar bills folded in a shaking hand. Shadows move like ghosts in flight. Street lights blink in the dead of night. Echoes bounce from brick to brick. Every heart you gotta see kick.
Ah! Oh my God. Ah. Fuck, man. Oh my God. Good job, H1. And of course, the dragon up front. Lucky number 13 for me. Dennis came up next to me. I was like, oh. When I saw a Canadian jersey, I was like, oh, he definitely knows what he's doing. Not many people get that jersey. And then H would not even see when he passed me. Or maybe he was already ahead. But he did great. Dragon's always up front. Pedersen, another great racer. Oh man. Eckhart, another good racer. Oh, Haynes, same. Yeah, man. This is why these things become hard. Get some guys in here that, even if they push for just one race, to finish strong on one race, it still affects every other race. Oh my God. Oh. All right, guys. Ooh. For those who are still here and know what happens in 2 days, here you go.
You ready for tonight's race?
Always.
High stakes, huh?
That's the fun.
Monday Night Mafia Racing, high stakes racing.
Join
Be
us
there or go sleep with
for our
the
Monday
fishes.
Madness, Monday Mafia Racing. Fun time on JD's channel. Really is a great community. Still trying to get JD up into the hundreds of live viewers concurrently, so we can see him go up the Alp again. He did it not that long ago. So join us, have fun. It's always a great time, whether you're in the comment section or racing. It's always a great time. Considering how I did today, I might actually be in the right category again for next week. Let me see. A 3 of 3. No, still in the 560s. Oh, it's gonna be my slowest sprint ever. Oh. Eggs out here. Hopefully the audio is much better today than it was on Thursday. Definitely, to me it sounds good. There's still a little bit of like computer-ish glitchy from the noise cancellation filter. If anyone knows of a better noise cancellation plugin for OBS, do let me know, whether it's in the comments or Discord. so I can play with that. Because the audio levels I do feel like sound good, but the actual voice sounds ever so slightly garbled. And so, there you go. Oh man, I want to get off this course already. I didn't realize we'd be... I did look at the routes when I joined the pens, but because obviously New York is new, I was like, oh, it's just different parts of the new map. It didn't dawn on me that it's the exact same route, just back and forth a billion times. But yeah, that little hill hurts, man. So, and for those who have been following along with my weight loss, today I'm officially at 80 kilograms on the dot. Been bouncing back and forth from, I spent the entire week last week hovering between the upper 81s, lower 82s. This week I spent hovering at the top of 81 and the bottom of 81. And so between yesterday and today, finally went into 80 kilograms even. And so, and then when I do that update video, I'll show how much you can lose essentially in one night. And I mean from like the time you go to bed to the time you wake up. But for those who want to know already, it was about, for me, it was just under 2 kilograms overnight. Or 2 pounds, sorry, a little over 1 kilogram overnight. And that's sweat, that's, so fat, there's a great TED talk out there on what happens when you burn fat. Fat turns essentially into oxygen. Hydrogen, carbon, or hydrogen and oxygen splits apart. And so that's what you exhale. And so when you're burning fat, you're essentially exhaling out more air, which is what the indirect calorimeters measure. The oxygen in and out, carbon dioxide in and out, so on and so forth. And so overnight you can lose quite a bit in just breathing and sweating and stuff. And so there you go. But all right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here, get back to the family. Thank you guys for stopping by. JD, Ray, MK, Riz. Whew. Man, I want to make sure I don't miss anybody. Peter, serve your Zwift Forum jail sentence well. Just don't get yourself booted from the Zwift Facebook groups, because you're a lot of fun in there. All right, guys. Appreciate you guys stopping by. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody. Enjoy your weekend. Be safe if you're still doing Halloween stuff. Enjoy. And I'll see you guys on Monday.